I'm Judy Cho, also known as Nutrition with Judy. I am board certified in holistic nutrition. My journey with carnivore really started because I got sick. I was a management consultant for 12 years, plant based for 12 years as well. And then all of a sudden, I was struggling with depression. I got on antidepressants and eventually got on
Mm.
antipsychotics for getting really, really sick. And never once did anyone say that my plant based diet was not ideal for me. So I basically had a breakdown, and my oldest son was 6 months old. Something happened. I took antibiotics. I don't really know what the mechanistic reason was. I landed in the mental hospital because I was just
Oh,
acting off. I mean, I get really emotional still thinking about it. I was breastfeeding, and then I was in the medical or the mental hospital, and I was on a mandatory hold, meaning that they determined I was a harm to myself. And so I was on a lockdown for 72 hours. And so I was forced to stop nursing. And the class C drugs of the
oh,
yeah, so the class C drugs, you're not allowed to nurse. I didn't know any of this. So, but my memory would be, and I would hear from my best friend that would come visit me. I'd ask, "Where's Caleb? I need to nurse him." And they would have to keep going through and telling me, "You no longer nurse." And then I would ask why. And then I would start crying
oh.
and not knowing that I'm going through the same thing for 3 days in a row. And I was plant based then. So then my husband didn't know what to do. So started my child on soy milk, breast milk, or formula. And it was just a hard process for all of us. And I don't know the medication. It didn't really work for me, at least the antidepressant side of it. I listened to them for the next 3 months. I took the full dose, and then it wasn't working enough that I went on 300 milligrams, which is the highest dose back then for that specific SSRI. And it wasn't working enough. And that's when um, they recommended the antipsychotic to add to it, but it was starting to make me gain weight and suffering from an eating disorder. I was not okay with that. So it was just this constant
Yeah.
back and forth of struggling with mental illness. But I didn't feel any after effects of getting off it because I lost my memory when I did the antipsychotics, but then it just didn't work for me as well.
As you know, I've been on the carnivore diet, specifically like lion diet or ruminant meat, for 5 years. And my assumption getting onto the diet was once I became asymptomatic, was I'll slowly be able to reintroduce foods, right?
Right.
Like there's some sort of gut healing that takes place and I will slowly be able to reintroduce foods. But that hasn't happened for me. Like before diet or when I first started, they were so bad that like it would cripple me for like a month. And now it's not like that.
Sure.
So in that way it's gotten better, but there's still something missing. 2 years ago, I think I realized I had histamine intolerance. And recently I started taking this enzyme, DAO enzyme,
Mm.
and I was like scared of taking it because it's derived from porcine kidney and I can't eat pork.
Okay.
So I was like, no, I'm not taking any supplements, but I started taking this enzyme and now I can eat kind of aged meat without having any digestive upset or anything.
DoctorsToTrust.com, the world's #1 site for short annotated nutrition videos, 100% free.